Hey, Books and Babe, welcome in. Happy Monday night. It was fantastic. It's exactly what I needed right at this point with the work. It was a good rest break. Hey, Christina, welcome in. I saw that. I saw that, Christina. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. I know, I put Sunday. I don't know what I was thinking. You know why? Because I wrote it like late at night. It's not funny. Christina, how's everything going? How are the cats doing? How are you doing? Hey, Tanya, welcome in. Tanya at work. Julia, welcome in. Hope everyone is doing great for a Monday night. Hey, Paul, welcome in. Paul, welcome back. I am. Oh, I locked my keys in a different department. Oh, oh no. Oh, you bought them calming collars? Oh, how is that working out? Oh, I hope you can get somebody to open that up for you. Hey, Julia, welcome in. Hope everyone is doing great for a Monday night. Books and Baby, yeah, it was really fun. It was a really nice um, um, spa day, is what it was, yes. Hey, Christina, Blaze is attacking Genevieve. Oh, no. Is Genevieve playing along with it, or is she scared? Is it like a little partner for her? Yeah, Books and Babe, the Healing Waters, that was really nice. It was such a nice day. It was cold, too, up in the mountain, because it was literally way up in the mountain. So you had to kind of travel up there. It was raining. So it made the water extra nice. It wasn't a cold rain, though. It was kind of, it was a little warm-ish. But it was nice. They need to have one of those up here in California. That would be really cool. But they're natural springs, though. Hey, YouTube, welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Oh, no, she cries. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I can hear that kind of cry already. She probably goes. Hey, Una Shanley, welcome in. Your place always has such good energy. Oh, thank you so much, Una. I appreciate that. Yeah, we are in full Halloween mode. Roseline, I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing? Yeah, we got a really fun YouTube channel in the back. I hope they're coming. Yeah, Christina, let me know how those goes. I would really like to see. My cats would benefit from them. Hey, John, welcome in. Christina, the callers, do they do anything, or do they vibrate or anything like that, or they just put on? Other doesn't work for me until I came across your page reading. Aw, thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate that. I don't know. Yeah, Una Shanley, if you go on YouTube and you put in Halloween ambiance, they've got like a whole bunch of them. They have these really nice ones. I think they're nice. They're they're big castles and it's really dark and gloomy and this piano. They got a ton of them. Some really pretty ones too. I think this one's really pretty. It's got like the moon, and then you got this big jack o' lantern in the bit back here, a little house, and then the little flying leaves with the blue sky. Really nice. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, guys. We're just waiting for uh, 20 people or the room to get filled. No, you just put them on and they're. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, the blue sky is really cool. Lovely without being creepy. Yeah, I agree. It gives it kind of like a little fallish, cold weather type of feel. I'm gonna check them out, Christina, because I want to know what those are all about. I've heard a lot about them. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna continue. Our goal tonight is 40K thousand likes. Um, we do have some of our fall gift trees up here at the top. So if you feel like donating, those ones have a little bit of a bite to them. So as soon as we finish, I think there's only 3 of those. As soon as we finish those, then we'll move on to the cheaper ones. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and start with Frog and Toad storybook favorites. We started the Fall and Toad anthology last week, and we've just been zooming right by. This one is called Dragons and Giants. Frog and Toad were reading a book together. The people in this book are brave, said Toad. They fight dragons and giants, and they are never afraid. I wonder if we are brave, said Frog. Frog and Toad looked in the mirror. So there's Frog and Toad wondering if they're brave. They really got into the book that they were reading. So they made them think, I wonder if we're just as brave. We look brave, said Frog. Yes, but are we? Asked Toad. Frog and Toad went outside. We can try to climb this mountain, said Frog. That should tell us if we are brave. Frog went leaping over rocks, and Toad came puffing up behind him. So, first adventure to see if they're brave. Yeah, Toad isn't adventurous, and he was huffing and puffing on the way up too. He was like, okay, let's try this out. They came to a dark cave. A big snake came out of the cave. Hello, Lunch, said the snake when he saw Frog and Toad. He opened his wide mouth. Frog and Toad jumped away. Toad was shaking. I'm not afraid, he cried. So they went on a little. Yeah, Toad is a toad. Toad is being Toad. There he saw the little. They went on their little hike there, and they got more than they bargained for. This big snake comes right out of the cave. They climbed higher, and they heard a loud noise. Many large stones were rolling down the mountain. It's an avalanche, cried Toad. Frog and Toad jumped away. Frog was trembling. I'm not afraid, he shouted. Yeah, Toad. These two, they just feed off each other. So they come across a snake and now a rock avalanche. They came to the top of a mountain, and the shadow of a hawk fell over them. Frog and Toad jumped under a rock. The hawk flew away. Yes, trouble finds them, adventure finds them. Now they have a hawk, a snake, and a hawk. An avalanche. We are not afraid, screamed Frog and Toad, at the same time. Then they ran down the mountain very fast. They ran past the place where they saw the avalanche. They ran past the place where they saw the snake. And they ran all the way to Toad's house. They're like, we out. That was it. So they're heading home. Never again. Frog, I am glad to have a brave friend like you, said Toad. He jumped into the bed and pulled the covers over his head. And I am happy to know a brave person like you, Toad, said Frog. He jumped into the closet and shut the door. Toad stayed in bed and Frog stayed in the closet. They stayed there for a long time, just feeling brave together. I love it. Yeah, no more adventures for a while. I think we did enough. The end. Frog and Toad storybook favorites. Great way to begin the live. Bucks and Baby are kind of guys, I know, right? We like to do some adventures, but not too scary. Great way to start the live. Let's take a vote in the comment section. Let's see what y'all are thinking. Hey, Billy Cody, welcome in. Billy, how are you feeling? How's the baby doing? 1 through 10. I always give Frog and Toad a 10. Always give Frog and Toad a 10. Frog and Toad never disappoints. Never disappoints, especially when it comes in an anthology. All right, let's see what everybody is thinking. Books of Babe, 10 out of 10. I agree. Lisa Brown, 10. Billy, Cody, you guys are doing good? Oh, good. Billy, Cody, are you able to get some sleep? How's the sleep schedule going? Hey, 38 right, welcome in. Let's go ahead and set the timer for 1 minute. We're trying to make we're trying to make it to 10,000 likes. Our ultimate goal is 40K. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Let's go ahead and
1 minute, counting down.
Click, 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 click away. We got all new, fresh titles. While I was in the city of Fort Collins, I was on vacation over the weekend. I was in Fort Collins, Colorado, and they had their fall festival. And there was a stand with a children's literature book, or children's literature author. And her name is Katie Weaver. Julia, 10 out of 10, excellent. We got to talking, and I'm gonna read one of her books to you. We know this author, and you've heard of this. You've heard of this book before because we've read it here on live before. The town looks so quaint. Yeah. It was really Bucks and Babe. Colorado has everything there. You want fall everything? Go there. So the book that we read online was The Trouble with Children According to Dog. And it looks like this. The Trouble with Children According to Dog. Oh, Bucks and Babe does it? Yeah, it is such a cute. Who would have known? Like Colorado, a lot of people go there for outdoor stuff. But it's such a cute, quaint little mining town. Love it. So this author, Katie Weaver, she was there, and we started talking, and she was telling me how she got her book, her start in children's literature. Apparently, she has 4 kids. Apparently she was in a bad marriage, an abusive relationship, and she just had to get out of there. She had to get out of there. And so she left, and she needed to make things work. So she wrote she started writing books. And this was her first book that she wrote, When the Sky Roars. And she illustrated it and she wrote it. And then she started working it. She went to schools, started reading to the kids, and just going to the libraries. And then she wrote her second book, which is, I think, the one, The Trouble with Children According to Dog. That's the one that took off. And then this one came out. And now she's got this, she's like super busy now. Fascinating story. So I was telling her about some of my things that I was doing. She was really interesting to talk to. So we're going to read this one, When the Sky Roars. This is a good book about fear. And I asked her to sign it. I told us about you guys. I told her about you guys. So I want you guys to follow her, okay, if you can, because I think she's got a lot to say. I'll show you guys that in a moment. But this one, she signed it, she put Ed, there's often something sweet on the other side of a fear you've faced. Katie Weaver. Isn't that great? So she's using her own personal experiences from this. There's often something sweet on the other side of a fear you faced. So let's see what Miss Katie Weaver has to say. Books of Babe, isn't it? I thought it was so fascinating. So she wrote this herself and she illustrated it as well. When the Sky Roars. Mandy May, welcome in. What's that rumble I hear on this bright summer day? And just why is the sky turning cloudy and gray? I think back to the times this has happened before. Then the sky opens up and I hear a loud roar. So here's our friend and their little cat. It's a nice little home with a dark, cloudy sky in the back and this lightning. Obviously scared of thunder. Thunder, when it's really loud, can be really scary. So this is the fear. We love this nice little modern home. As the roaring gets louder, I scramble inside and race straight to my room. It's the best place to hide. Hey Liz, welcome in. So I dive into bed, pull the covers up high, and I shut my eyes tight as I quietly cry. But the longer I lie here, the sadder I feel, 'cause these storms are so loud and the roaring so real. So let's look at the room. I love books that have like pictures that have little details. So this is her room. She's got this little shelf here with a little light shining down. Got these little pictures of dinosaurs. They love dinosaurs. There's a coat rack with a backpack and a little orange coat. Yeah, the little teddy bear here. Shoes, some chalk. And then there's the main character there, Liam. Thundering outside, scared to death. And there's, look at the little cat. The cat's scared too. He's got his paws over his eyes. I remember the time while with Gramps at the park, large gray clouds moved in fast and the sky became dark. I had been on the slide but was too scared to stay. So we hid underneath till the storm went away. Yeah, he's got his little cat buddy with him. So different times we get to see a storm. So she's out in the front, or Liam's out in the front yard, sees a storm, runs inside, goes into bed, is scared. Another time, Liam's playing out in the park with his grandfather, Another storm comes. So different fears that come. Hey, Victoria, welcome in. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Different fears come into the story. Yes, thank you so much. Happy Monday to you too. Look at Liam. And then once at the field, I just hit a home run when the sky loudly roared, but the game wasn't done. We were safely ahead, but the storm was a threat, and I shivered and shook as I started to sweat. Another instance of a rainstorm coming in, loud thunder. Right when they were ahead, 9-5, and they had to cancel it. So I crisscross my arms and I stomp on the floor. I just have to find out what would make that sky roar. All right, so many instances of his fear, having to face his fear. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this. And look at the cat. The cat agrees. So I crisscross my arms and I stomp on the floor. I just have to find what would make the sky roar. So they're gonna go on a little adventure. Get the little shelf there with the car and the little organizers. Yeah, the cat. No questions asked, right, Books and Babe? He's gonna open up the little chest there. He sees some balloons. Let's see what he does with the balloons. With a few fat balloons fastened onto my rear, I am off to the clouds as I face my big fear. Now, the higher I travel, the more wind blows, and these oodles of raindrops are drenching my clothes. With a whoosh and a flip, the wind places me down on the fluffiest cloud floating high above town. And I know in my heart that this just has to be. I'll find out what is roaring and get it to quit. Oh, I'm sorry. And I know in my heart this just has to be it. I'll find out what is roaring and get it to quit. Hey, Lauren, welcome in. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Lauren. I appreciate that. It's good to have you in. So he got a whole bunch of balloons, Liam, tied them to his backside, and he's going to go up into the clouds to find out what all that roaring is about. And look at the cat. Yeah, aren't they great? Books and Babe, I was thinking the same thing too. And later on, you'll see another picture of them really pretty. And then look at all the balloons flying away. So he's going to find out what this is all about. Oh my goodness, what's that in the wide open blue? It's a ship that is filled with a loud pirate crew. A huge ship in the sky. How on earth can this be? I have never seen ships anywhere but the sea. But these pirates are special. They're dancing ballet. They are twirling in circles while sailing away. Are the pirates the ones who are rumbling the sky? No, I don't think they are, so I'll wave them goodbye. Hey Bree, welcome in. Welcome back. So there's Liam. We love Liam's outfit. He's got these little, they're almost like flared pants with these little pockets. And then this little shirt, and there's the cat. Can't be bothered. And then look at the pirate ship. But these pirates are special. They're dancing ballet. They are twirling in circles and sailing away. Look at it, it's a ballet pirate ship. Isn't that creative? She's got like little skulls there with ballerina slippers on them. And then you got the pirates twirling here. It's like this dark brown, but with these pink pops of color. I love that she decided to use pink as the color. It gives it a nice flair. And then look at that picture. Isn't that a cool pirate ship with the clouds? High above the clouds. Yeah, the cat is a sidekick. Hey, Bia, welcome in. Very creative. Very creative. Look at that up ahead. It's a thick, smoky cloud. I see fire trucks too, and their sirens are loud. They are hooking up hoses to put out each flame. They are noisy, and yet I don't think they're to blame. I am looking for something that makes a loud roar, so I must keep on searching these clouds a bit more. Hey, Mia, welcome in. So for everyone who's just joining us, we have this character Liam, who's afraid of storms and thunder. So he takes some balloons and flies up into the clouds, and he's gonna find out what is making all that noise. What causes cloud to thunder? So he comes across a pirate ship. That's not it. And now he comes across a house that's burning. That's not it. The little cat. The cat's got a twig with marshmallows, and then there's pizza. Isn't that great? As I roam on and on, I see nothing but skies. Oh, but wait, now I see a humongous surprise. Yeah, they're little private investigators. It's a dinosaur mom who is clearly annoyed. She's discovered her pie was completely destroyed. So let's look here. We've got this balloon. It looks like to be an octopus. Very random. You got some eggs here. Looks like dinosaur eggs. They come across this dinosaur mother whose pie is completely destroyed. It's a dinosaur mom who is clearly annoyed. She's discovered her pie was completely destroyed. She is calling her kids, hoping they all will confess. Look at this. They returned, and they're both such a mess. The kid dinos are slimy and covered in goo. Now the pie crime is solved. Clearly, Mom always knew. Yes, their mom is prepared. This has happened before. So she spoons in some berries and whips up one more. Yeah, isn't that cute? I know, I saw that too. The mama dinosaur. She's pretty decked out. And look, she's got some lashes too. So they're the baby dinosaurs. They are the ones that have been creating the fuss. And the mom dinosaur. This has happened before, so she spoons in some berries and whips up one more. The house burning in the background. House on fire. With each forkful of pie that the dino kids eat, this is great, they roar loudly while stomping their feet. Now the dinos are kind and they share some with me. Oh, this pie tastes delightful. I gladly agree. So she whipped up another pie for them. There's a little car in the background. They're all enjoying it. Hey, Barbie, welcome in. And then there's Liam with one of the dinosaurs. And the cat. The cat is always up to something. He's got a little pie. What's this right here? Oh, another book. I can't read the title, it's too small. So I say my farewells. It's the end of the day. With the last slice of pie, I now head on my way. So, Books and Babe, this is the picture that I was telling you about. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that a pretty picture? Isn't that a pretty picture? Look at those balloons. Lots of colors. And then there's the cat. So they discovered what's making all of that noise while the thunder is going. From now on, every time I begin to hear thunder, I won't be afraid and I won't even wonder. Because when the skies roar, I will now know just why. There are dinos enjoying their mom's scrumptious pie. He's not afraid anymore. He overcame his fears. This is all while they're eating pies as well at home. And the mom. Looks like the mom's gonna have a baby. He's thinking about the mom dino. Look at her. She's all, yeah. Isn't it, Brie? It's such a pretty book. The end. And you get this little 4-berry crumb pie recipe in the back. And then our friend Katie Weaver. It says, in mid-Colorado, you'll find a weird mother with so many kids she does not need another. So, for those of you who just joined us, I was telling you about this author Katie Weaver. She wrote this book, one that we've read here before, The Trouble with Children. Oh, Victoria, interesting. She's from originally from Washington. And she moved to Colorado. We got to talking, and she was telling me that the reason why she started writing children's books is because she was married and she lived in Washington, and it was a bad relationship. She had kids with this husband. It was an abusive relationship. So she left, and this is the first book. She thought, I got to make this work. She had 4 kids, so she wrote her first book. And then she said this one didn't sell too well. And then when she came out with The Trouble with Children, this one took off. And then she came up with a follow-up, which is this one, The Trouble with Children According to Kat. And then now she's got these school publishers that publish books for schools. They bought 2 of her books, and so now she's going to get more representation. It's a very fascinating story. So if you guys get a chance, take a screen grab of this author, Katie Weaver. She's got Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Yes, very talented. And follow her. Follow her on Instagram because we love iconic women in children's literature. All right. Let's start. Follow her and in the comment section say, Ed sent me, please. Because I was telling her about you guys. Yeah, Brie, really interesting, huh? I was telling her all about my live. I said, I'm going to read your books to my live audience. All right. We started the live with Frog and Toad Storybook Favorites. We followed that up with When the Sky Roars. I give this one a 10. She really looked out of the park with this one. And when I think of her inspiration, she was probably writing about her own personal fears, facing her own fears. So she illustrated that and wrote that through children's literature. Yes, we love a strong woman, exactly. Books and Babe, Lisa Brown, you give it a 10. Books and Babe, 9 out of 10. Yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10. But of the 2, 1 or 2, I'm going to choose 2. 1 or 2, I give it a 2. Let's see what everybody's thinking. Liz, Dose. Victoria, 2. Books and Babe, 1. This Wednesday, we are going to be making Halloween bats. This Wednesday for Project Wednesday, we're going to be making a Halloween bats. So let me show you guys the template. I haven't made the model yet. I'll make the model tomorrow and then I'll show you guys the model. Because I haven't decided what kind of embellishments we're going to use. I might have to make these a little bit smaller too because this one came out a little bit too big. But these are the templates. Oh, let me set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap.
1 minute. Counting down.
This is what our bats are going to look like. You got a boy bat and a girl bat. We have a face. We've got some ears and a bow. Then we got some wings. So I think, I love it, Liz, isn't it fun? So I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna shrink these down just a little bit. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose, I know, aren't the fangs the best? We're gonna choose a color. And then on their wings, we'll sprinkle some glitter magic. We'll sprinkle some glitter magic on it. I think we'll color this with pastels. I think we'll do pastel colors. And then cover it with glitter magic. And then for the face, googly eyes, of course. And then the ears. And I think maybe with the bow, we'll make it red, but we'll put embellishments along. And on the wings, embellishments. We'll outline it in embellishments. That's what we'll do. We're gonna outline them in embellishments. Make it really pretty. And then we'll hang it on a string and then hang it on our tree. So that's Project Wednesday. That's the idea at this point. Right, Victoria? Right, Brie? And now that we have a moment, let's take a moment to appreciate our tree. This was our project last Wednesday. We made a little spider out of beads. Fangora. I haven't had time to tighten her up. But she came out really cute though. Look at her long little legs. She's just hanging there. We need to resprinkle her again. This was the East Coast Feeds Halloween ornament that we made last Wednesday, Project Wednesday. Then I think we're gonna hang her up here because we want to see her hanging high and tall. Look at her. She's just hanging there. And then this was the West Coast. They decided to go with some smaller legs. She's got a little fang. And she's gold. And then they did like a little Halloween. They did a Halloween pattern for the beads. Purple, orange, black. Purple, orange, black. Isn't she fun? Isn't she fun? We're going to hang her here. And then here's the model spider. We have our scarecrow. This tree is coming along fantastic. Amazing. Liz, I do. So I'm going to announce the day. So I think what I'm going to do, Maria, it's huge. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the day. I'll probably do this on a Sunday. So when we switch over to Christmas, I have the Christmas ones from last year that we made. We're going to take those all individually and we're going to hang them on the tree and we're going to talk about memories. We're gonna see what memories these crafts bring up because we made them together last year. So we'll bring them out and then we'll put them on the tree. I think what I'm gonna do is I really want. I saw this really pretty Christmas tree over the weekend. It was white with white lights. I've always wanted a white Christmas tree with white lights, just very bright and very magical. So I think that's what we're gonna do. But I'm kind of tight. I'm kind of what do you call it? I want a real Christmas tree for the nostalgia. Yeah, we're gonna reminisce, Victoria. I forgot all the ones we did. Didn't we start Project Wednesday? Yes, we did. Liz, we started Project Wednesday with Christmas. Yeah, conflicted. Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate that. Yes, took the words right out of mine. And Maria, welcome in. Get a chance to say hi. Yeah, white trees are so pretty. Yeah, I'm conflicted. I really want the traditional tree in the back, but I really would I think it would look so pretty in the background here. White. Bright. I'm not sure yet. We'll think about it. Okay, let's look in the stacks. We have all new fresh titles. All new fresh titles. We're gonna read something by Cynthia Rylant. Yes, A Very Regal Christmas. My daughter has a medium-sized white tree. It is sugar plum. Oh, how pretty, Maria. I love that. She get a snow-tipped tree. I love that. You guys know how to read me. I love it. A medium-sized white tree. It's sugar plum fairy themed. What are the decorations on it, Maria? That sounds so pretty. If it's purple, I'm gonna die. Both trees, I agree, Kath. Books and baby. Imagine a white tree with pink lights, but with pink decorations as well. I would love that. Be so pretty. Yes, a white tree with pink lights. Isn't that the best? All right, so those we're familiar with Mr. Putter and Tabby. I got some new Mr. Putters and Tabbies. Ballerina and Snowflakes, and I can't remember the rest. Oh, and the Yeti goes next to it. Oh, that is so pretty. I love that. It's probably very magical. Probably looks magical at night with the lights off. So we're going to read Cynthia Rylant. We're not going to read this one right now. We're going to read another one of her books, Annie and Snowball and the Prettiest House. So Cynthia Rylant, for those of you who are familiar with Mr. Putter and Tabby, our friend who recommended him, she just disappeared. She's not with us anymore. Oh, Maria, are you familiar with this one? This is the first time I've heard of this one. I really like this one because of the little illustrations. They're very cute. Cynthia Rylant. Plain things. Annie and her bunny, Snowball, lived in a house next door to Henry and his big dog, Mudge. Henry was Annie's cousin. Okay, so this is, we've got a whole story going on here. So Annie and her bunny. Oh, did she, Maria? They're so much fun. I really love the illustrations on this. Annie and her buddy Snowball lived in a house next door to Henry and his big dog Mudge. Henry was Annie's cousin. Thank you so much for those gifts. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Hey, Gigi, welcome in. And let's look at the details of these pictures here. Look at these little ivy along these columns here and these little sunflowers. And then you've got the two friends and Mudge, the dog. Thank you guys so much for those gifts. I really appreciate that. And then look at the little house. It's like a little cozy cottage. The little chimney. And the little trees. It's like a spring day. Thank you guys so much for those gifts. I appreciate that. He was also her best friend. He taught her how to play frisbee. He showed her how to make a knot. He even helped paint her dollhouse. Oh, so he's a good friend. Showing her how to do a couple of things. Painted her dollhouse. Her little bunny. Look at her little legs. They're just crisscross there. And Henry never made fun of Annie. He never made fun of her lace hankies and her frilly dresses. Annie liked dainty things. Henry was the best friend ever. Annie loved Henry, and Annie loved Mudge, and Annie liked living next door. Aww! Guys, look at our moon. We love a good moon in a children's literature hour. So it was a love fest. They just loved hanging out. She liked her frilly little dresses, and Henry never made fun of Annie. He never made fun of her lace hankies and her frilly dresses. Yes, we love a good moon. I can already tell I love the colors. Yeah, the illustrations are very cute. Very cozy. There was just one thing Annie didn't like. Her house. It was a nice house. It was a clean house, but it wasn't a pretty house. What? And Annie loved pretty things. Annie lived with her dad, and he wasn't very good at making things pretty. This is my book. This is my book. I love this line here. Annie loved pretty things. Annie, we love pretty things too. There was just one thing Annie didn't like. Her house. Girl, you do not like this house. This is a cute house. She does not like her house. Yeah, we all love pretty things. This is another funny line. Annie lived with her dad, and he wasn't very good at making things pretty. Annie looked at the plain couch and the plain tables and all the plain things her dad had, and she wanted pretty. Cynthia Ryland, I love her. She is so funny. Annie would love, yeah, she would love our Project Wednesdays, you're right. Yeah, Annie should be grateful. But look at this line here. Annie looked at the plain couch and the plain table, all the plain things her dad had, and she wanted pretty. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I do not blame her logic. So one day when Annie and Henry were sitting in Henry's backyard, Annie told him about what she wanted, while Mudge drooled on Snowball's head. Right, Maria? Yeah. That chair has got to go. Yes, we love a girl who knows what she wants. She's already starting. She's like, well, there's some things that we need to change. They're not sitting right. They're not sitting right with me. There's some things we need to change. That's right, Annie, forget plain. It's pretty, we gotta have, exactly. You should go through our attic, said Henry. We have tons of pretty things. Stuff from grandma's and lots of aunts. Really? Asked Annie. Sure, said Henry. You could borrow things for your house. Really? Annie asked again. Uh-oh. No, she is not a plain Jane for sure. So Henry tells her, you should come into our attic. We got a lot of pretty things. And so Annie's like, really? She found somebody to match her energy. Mudge came over and sat on Henry. Henry groaned. Would you like to borrow a dog too? He asked. Mudge just licked him. Annie picked up Snowball and smiled. She was finally going to have a pretty house. Okay. She's getting all ready. She's getting excited. Let's see what happens. Wonderful things. Annie and Henry got permission from Henry's mom to go through the stuff in the attic. Just don't take Dad's tuba, said Henry's mom with a smile. So they went to Henry's house to go ask Mom for permission. They're going to go up into the attic. They're going to do some exploring. Yeah, she dresses all dolled up. Yeah, she loves her frilly things. She loves frill. Henry and Mudge and Annie and Snowball climbed the stairs to the attic. Wow, said Annie, your attic is big. Okay, so let's look at all the things that are up in the attic. You got a chair. Oh, there's a chair. And the chair even comes with, looks like a footrest. A matching footrest. You've got a nice mirror. There are little chandeliers. She's probably going to like this one with the little frilly things hanging from it. She's got this one with a bow. Yes, you can play dress up. Exactly. She looked over into a corner, looked at that pink lamp with the beads, and she said, I love it. I called it. Look at her. She looked up into the corner. Look at that pink lamp with the beads. Yeah, she is automatically in love with it. Snowball had already found a box to explore. Mudge was exploring a shoe. There's the dog with his shoes. Right? We knew exactly what she was going to go to. Here's a crazy quilt, said Henry. And look at the fancy mirror. Wow, said Annie. She saw a flowered chair and in another corner. Perfect, she said. Oh, so Henry found this little quilt and that mirror. Yeah, she is a little princess. She saw that chair, especially with her dad's old ratty leather chair. She saw this one. Hey, said Henry, here's my old crib. Annie looked at the crib and imagined Henry in it. There's the baby crib. Look at her. I love these two. They make a good pair. Then she imagined Mudge in it. She giggled and giggled, imagining Mudge. What's so funny? Asked Henry. Annie told him Henry thought it was funny, too. Little joke. Mudge just ignored them. His shoe was too good. Annie found wonderful things in Henry's attic. Yes, we love a good quilt in children's. Yes. Bucks and Babe, I agree. We love a good quilt. We love a good quilt in general. Yeah, he is. I think Henry and Mudge is its own book series. She went home and told her dad all about them. She asked if she could change their plain house into a pretty house. Aw, Annie's dad was a good dad. Sure, he said, but can I keep my beanbag chair? Annie smiled and hugged him. Aw, so sweet. Look at her. She's thinking about all the frilly things. Look at her little cloud of hearts. And then she says, Annie's dad was a good dad, but can I keep my beanbag chair? Oh, Annie smiled and hugged him. So sweet. A pretty house. Annie and Henry's parents and Annie's dad all helped carry pretty things out of the attic. Non-apologetic. We are not apologizing for the fact that we love pretty things. No apologies. She's taking, yeah, she is a girly girl. She's taking all the fun things. She's got the quilt, the little chair, the sofa, the little lamp with the bow in it. They carried lamps and chairs. They carried tables and mirrors. They even carried a lovely old angel with a chipped wing. Annie loved her the best. The little angel with the chipped wing. Then everyone moved the plain things out and the pretty things in. It took moving this and that to here and there to get it all just right. Yeah, it looks very cozy. We love a good fireplace in children's literature. Oh, and look at where she decided to hang the angel. They took the little lamp. They got a carpet. Dad is living his best single dad life. But when they were finished, Annie's house was beautiful. Wow, said Henry. Where's the butler? Asked Henry's dad. I love it, said Annie. Everyone celebrated with ice cream sundaes at Annie's new kitchen table. Aww! It's a love fest. Yes, very warm and cozy. They all decided to celebrate together with ice cream. Snowball got a pistachio nut, Mudge got all the cherries, and everyone agreed it had been a very pretty day. Aww! I love that. It had been a very pretty day. We love pretty. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have pretty things. Annie and the snowball and the prettiest house. My vote shifted. My vote shifted. This is a good one. I really like this one. You can't go wrong with Cynthia Rylant. You just can't. Can't go wrong with a Cynthia Rylant book. All right, let's take a vote. We started with Frog and Toad Story Adventure. Then, When the Sky Roars. 2. Then, Annie and Snowball and the Prettiest House. 3. I gotta go with 3. This was a really cute book. I love Cynthia Rylant. She's so funny. All right, let's take a vote. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Okay, 1 minute of tapping. Gosh, guys, we're at 7K. We're at 7K. We want to make 40K, 1,000 likes. Remember that it keeps our live as a popular live. Popular live. We are on League D1, top 80%. I love it. Oh, I forgot to see what you guys are voting. Yeah, Maria, that was a good one, huh? Lisa Brown, 3. Books and Babe, 3. Definitely 3. Yeah, that was a good one. Thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate that, Sarah. Sierra. All right, let's look back into the stacks and see what we have. Let's read this one. This one, Hey Siri, turn off. This one has really good illustrations on it. We're gonna take a little break from fall. We're gonna go back to summer. Yeah, Books and Babe, I agree too. This one's called Wild Summer. We're going to take a little break from fall and autumn. We're going to go back to summer. Look at these colors. Butterfly. Wild Summer, Life in the Heat. We are past that season. This one has really good illustrations in it. The butterflies. Yeah, Life in the Heat. We love a green grass. Yeah, the little beach cottage. I agree. Oh, we love a good end page too, especially when it's a bright color. Yeah, a little beach cottage in the back. Butterflies. Buxton Bay, right? In the Cape, in Cape Cod. It was rainy when Grandpa moved house. I asked him, isn't summer ever going to come? I want it to be the holidays so I can go and see you. Summer's coming, said Grandpa. Every time I go out, I see more butterflies, and the foxgloves are about to flower. Grandpa loved wild things. What's more, he told me, I found something exciting I want to show you. Our story opens with our friend. It's raining. She's reading a letter from her grandpa. Oh no, not a grandpa, it's their phones. Oh, they're FaceTiming each other. Isn't that interesting? Grandpa loved wild things. Grandpa was right. The sun got shinier, the sky got bluer, the air got warmer, and summer came. Guys, look at how pretty these pictures are. Look at these illustrations. These poppies, butterflies, a white dress, greens, blues, pinks. There's Grandpa and his blues. There's the little beach cottage in the background there. Lots of gardens. Buxton Baby, isn't that pretty? I love that too. Little flowers. I asked, where's the thing you want to show me? It's along a track I've discovered, said Grandpa. Want to see? I nodded. Shall we take your bag for finding stuff? Good idea, smiled Grandpa. You carry it. So Grandpa's got this really nice cottage. Grandpa's got it going on. Look at all his stuff. He's got this nice cozy chair, a little dresser. Looks like he likes to collect butterflies and insects. He's got the little globe, backpack, little nest, bird nest. He's got this big open window that lets in fresh air. Isn't that pretty? As we walked, the grasshoppers sounded chirpy. Things with wings were having fun. Flowers stretched up like they loved the sunshine. And I said, do plants and animals want summer to last forever? That's a good question, said Grandpa. And my answer is, let's look. And let's look and see what we think. Would this field be so full of life if it was hot forever? Wouldn't water be hard to get? Look at that picture. The flora and fauna. I love when illustrators do like a main color like green, and then they add these little pops of color here. Butterflies, hummingbirds, more butterflies, and then you got these little pink flowers here, and then a bee. Isn't that pretty? His hat. I love his hat. Sun hat. Buxton Babe, right? And it smells, you're right. I understand what you're saying, but you know what? It smells like old library. I said, there's water here. Grandpa looked and something shiny zoomed by. A golden ringed dragonfly, he said. She's a speedy insect hunter, and long hours of summer light means there's plenty for her to eat. She's so happy it's summer, I said. Yes, wildlife thrives at this time of year with a stream where a stream flows, Grandpa told me. But this is only a trickle now. It's maybe because the climate is changing. We learned it at school, I said. The whole world's getting hotter. Grandpa nodded. That's right. So they're at a little stream here, and then this is the little dragonfly that they're talking about. A dragonfly dipped in the stream. I asked, is she the thing you want to show me? Grandpa said, that's farther on. So she hasn't found yet what they're looking for, but she's gonna keep an eye on it. The ground was so hot I could feel it through my shoes. The sun's getting stronger, said Grandpa. I feel like being in the shade, I said back. Lots of plants and animals are like you, Grandpa told me. They find it hard being hot too long. Look, this snail is hiding somewhere shady, and it seals moisture in its shell by making a door of dried slime. That way it won't dry out in hot weather. So they're looking at all the little insects as they go. And look at these pretty pictures. Very pretty. Butterflies. So Grandpa got all his good butterflies in it. Yeah, isn't that pretty? I agree. Ahead it was shady, but some of the trees were black. There was a fire here last summer, said Grandpa. Is this what you want to show me? I asked. Grandpa smiled and shook his head. Fire's another reason why most wildlife wouldn't want summer forever. It's natural to have a few small fires, and fire even helps these pine trees open their cones, which freeze their seeds. But lots of big fires aren't good for wildlife. We looked at the pine cones, and Grandpa showed me new trees and flowers starting to grow. Life tries to go on, he said, and it often has some amazing ways of coping with danger. So there was a fire. Fires are natural. They have to happen so that these pine cones will fall and the seeds will be released. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And then look at these pops of pink and yellows amongst this gray background here with these black trees, and then you've got these pops of pinks and yellows. The track curved and I called out, "The sea." "Yes," said Grandpa, "and this is what I want to show you. They're fossils called ammonites. They might be 200 million years old. That makes them even older than me." "You're not old, Grandpa," I told him. "You're only half old," Grandpa laughed. "Why are seashells up here?" I asked. "Fossils are the remains of living things preserved in rock," said Grandpa. "They show that where we are used to be the bottom of a warm ocean. Sea levels rise and fall when the climate heats or cools, so we know climate change has happened before. But some life found ways to survive, and it's not too late to help wildlife survive in a warming world." I would love to draw a hat. I know, they seem so unique, huh? We walked down the beach, and Grandpa said, "Those birds are Arctic terns. They're starting one of the longest journeys any animal makes. They'll follow the summer sun south all the way to the Antarctic. So they want summer forever," I said. "Yes," Grandpa told me. "Unlike a lot of wildlife, they're able to enjoy non-stop summer. It means they can catch fish in sunshine and glide on warm winds all year around." So you've got these birds that love and enjoy summer all year long. On the beach, Grandpa said, "So I think we've got an answer to your question about it being summer forever. Summer can be a time of plenty, but heat brings dangers as well." I said, "Lots of plants and animals need to cool down too." "Yes," Grandpa nodded, "including me. Shall we have a swim?" "That's a good question," I said, and my answer is yes. Look at that pretty picture. I love this sun, the way they illustrate it, because it really looks very bright. It's really nice to go to a beach on these days when the sun is super bright and the sky is super blue. So pretty. The and then it's got these little parts that says what is summer, and then animals that are land animals, plants, ocean life. So it's some really cool ones in the back. The and wild summer life in the heat. Thank you so much, Zola Fox, for the follow. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Books and Babe, the illustrations on this, the story, all right, but the illustrations on this, really good. I really enjoyed this one. Okay, let's look back and see what we read. We're going to take a vote. We started with Frog and Toad, storybook favorites. We always love a good Frog and Toad to start the live. Then we followed that up with When the Sky Roars, 2. Then we read Annie and Snowball and the Prettiest House, 3. By Cynthia Ryland, a favorite. And then Wild Summer Life in the Heat, 4. Let's take a vote. 1 through 4. What did you think? I'm going to go with 3. I'm going to go with 3. Zola Fox. Oh, thank you, Zola Fox. I appreciate that. Maria, 3. Yeah, I agree. Yule, 1. Yule, welcome in. Lisa Brown, 3. Yule, 1. Books and Babe, 3. Guys, it's supposed to rain here in California tomorrow all day. I'm super excited. Barbie, 2. It's going to be our first rainstorm. Super excited. So tomorrow's life is going to be extra special. Tomorrow's live going to be extra special. Books and Babe, it's raining over there at your place? Oh, and all day tomorrow. Oh, nice. Oh, Geneva, it's pouring rain in Davis right now. Oh, in UC Davis. Oh, nice. Up north. Interesting. Oh, and it's windy? Oh, Books and Baby, you get the best. Rain and wind? Ugh, it's so cozy when that happens. When it's rainy and windy outside, I get in my bed. Oh, no rain in Michigan? Marcy, but is it getting cold, though? Oh, Barbie, this is our first little week of coldness in Florida. Yeah. Barbie, same in California. It's going to rain, but it's going to be like 50 degrees or something like that. That's not that cold. It was a perfect autumn day today with the rain. Oh, Books and Babe, how pretty. Love it. Chilly, nice. Yeah, in Colorado, it was in the mid-70s. It wasn't cold. It wasn't. Oh, in Richmond, Virginia. Oh, so pretty. Books and Babe, how cold is it over there right now? We're due next week. 60s, but up north. Cooler. Oh, Marcy, nice. We are due next week. Oh, okay. But nothing substantially cold. You guys haven't got anything too. Oh, Maria, that's right. You live in Virginia as well. 58 degrees right now? Yeah, what is it here in California? Here in California, yeah, it's 60 degrees right now. It's supposed to start raining, or at 1 a.m. it's 40%. And then right as I go to work at 6 a.m., 70%. Yeah, so all day tomorrow. I'm excited though. I love rain. I love rain. Hey, Oki, welcome in. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute for the last time. We're at 11K. We felt really short of our goal tonight, guys. We felt really short. We have to trick or treat with. Oh, really, Marcy? Oh my gosh, that must have. Wow. Oh, is it? Richmond weather is very wishy-washy. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. But we did get a lot of gifts. I really do appreciate you guys giving those gifts. I really do appreciate that. We need to fill our coffers. Let's see what our monies. Let's see what monies we have in our coffers so far. TikTok Studio. We have our balance right now is $13.86. So we're gonna add that to our balance. The balance usually shifts over on Wednesday into our monies, into our bank account, into our live bank account. I love it. So I think we're good right now. But as time moves forward, we do want to save for a tree. So we're gonna use some of that money from our TikTok money to get our Christmas tree for the live. The Christmas trees usually run about $50, but I'm thinking we're gonna get that white one. But I'm gonna make sure that the lights blink, because this one I didn't check that. I just kind of took for granted that they would blink. The lights just kind of stay the same way. We can direct deposit whether. Marcy, you can. I have a Venmo. My Venmo is if you go into my YouTube, go into the profile, you can click the YouTube link, and that'll take you to my it gives you my PayPal and my Venmo. You can go through there. Yeah, we will get there eventually. Hey, Prince Hairflip, welcome in. I'm going to try my first live in November. Oh, how fun, Books and Babe. Love that. Ooh, we need to talk. I want to see it. Ooh, we definitely have to try that out. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for the 12K 1,000 likes. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the gifts. For those of you who are on the East Coast and you're getting ready for bed, everyone have a good night. If you are on the East Coast and you're going to stay up late, we'll be back on again in about 40 minutes. I'm a makeup artist. I haven't worked in a while. Oh, Books and Babe, that'll be great. Ooh, we definitely have to promote your channel. That'll be amazing. Oh, but I used to work. Oh, that would be so much fun. You can center it your live all around starting again. And then just kind of go from there. That would be a lot of fun. So we'll be back on again in about 40 minutes. If you're not going to stay with us, everyone have a good night. We will be back on again at 9 West Coast time, which is 12 o'clock East Coast time, which is 11 o'clock Central time. All right, everyone, have yourselves a good night. Yes, and we need to promote Books and Babes live channel too. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you in a bit.